Johnny, good to see you, man. Welcome back to Popternative.
Thanks for having me back to here.
Yeah, absolutely. I always love when there's a movie that has a lot of kind of elements in there, and a movie like Mermaid is like, you look at this film and it's like it's got the comedy. It's a bit strange. It's where this is going. It's got the
Mm.
horror elements. I'm wondering when you read the script for something like this, what's that like reading all those elements, but then getting there and seeing everything come to life, so to speak, for you, like genre bending components.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, for me, because I read the script, such an early version of it, that some of the stuff it changed significantly from what I read and how well we shot. I think the big thing was the mermaid. None of us knew what it was going to look like,
Yeah.
including Tyler Cornack, our director. So it's like a thing where we're all pretty shocked by that. We didn't really know how it was going to come together.
Mhm.
So it was really fun for that aspect of it. It was really fun.
Can you speak about, the conversations you had with Tyler in regards to your character and the kind
Mhm.
of, bizarre, the kind of mystery component of everything, like what's he doing, what's he hiding, like that kind of aspect of it, rather than just the characteristics, but kind of the storyline of your character, so to speak?
I mean, Tyler and I met a bunch of times, like five or six times before filming, for just to kind of find the voice, the tone of Doug, like how he moves and how he speaks. That was like a real hit or miss process. All that stuff is always in the beginning. You don't know what you're looking for, but you know when you find it,
Mhm.
and it can be frustrating. But yeah, it was just a lot of trying stuff and seeing what worked. Sometimes
Absolutely.
we don't really find it fully until we started filming,
Yeah,
because
no, for
once
sure.
you're in the zone.
Yeah, and I'm a filmmaker as well, and I ask you this question now because this happens. I feel like a lot in indie films sometimes, but like, we're gonna see a scene of your character, it's 2 minutes in runtime, and then we go to the next scene. But I know, right? Like, there's a chance that that scene might have taken the whole afternoon or a day to
Yeah.
film, even though we just see a couple of minutes. When those big scenes happen, and you can answer this with Mermaid, but just in general, right? Past projects, do they feel like their own mini movie? Those scenes that take a long time to film, or do they overall feel part of the project? It's interesting to think about.
I feel like every scene is its own thing, because every
Mhm.
scene has a beginning and a middle and an end, and there's an arc in every scene. So sometimes it's hard to have the opposite, to remember, oh, this is a part of the whole.
Mhm.
And because I'm thinking about it from like maybe like a live performance aspect where you feel like the scene is the movie.
Yeah. No, that's really well said. Absolutely. These are the things I think about because you know how it is.
Yeah.
It's like being on the other side of everything. Um, I did kind of want to know, you have a really cool, body of work, Johnny, with a lot of different worlds, different characters. There's a lot of things that you've done that are in comedy. There's a lot of things that are like kind of blending, and of course you've done follow and everything. And I'm just curious, like in terms of like past projects compared to new projects, like how separate are past things for you compared to something like Mermaid? Like, do you bring mindsets of preparation from past stuff to something like Superstore, 21 Jump Street, to something like this, or they completely separate once you wrap them?
I don't know. I think everything blends together. It's
Yeah.
all part of the same thing. Everything you learn from one, you bring with you. Yeah, it's all because also it's making the thing is different than what the product is. So sometimes you make something and it's a horrible experience, but the product is great. And sometimes you have a great time and the thing is never even makes it to the world to even be seen. So
Yeah.
I just take everything in stride as much as possible and try to enjoy the process, because it is enjoyable. I think the process is the most enjoyable part of it.
Absolutely. I want to kind of go back to what you said in the beginning of the interview. We talked about like Mermaid. What was the Mermaid going to look like? No one knew until you get there. You have
Mhm.
worked on Followed on Prime, which is crazy, and that world's nuts. And although
Yeah.
it's not the video game, it's the show on Prime. There are things that people can kind of have an idea of what it's going to be like, right? Because they played the video games. What was that
Yeah.
like for you diving into a world like adapted? Like that world, which was adapted by like one of the best video games and the most popular video games. What was that like for you specifically?
I mean, it was everything. It was I don't even know where to begin. It was really I was really excited about it because I knew something of the games and I had a lot of respect for that, for Fallout as a game franchise, because it's such a funny, dark game. There's very few games that are really cool, actiony, and also have this underlying dark comedy to them. I was just very excited about being involved in that world because it's endless, and the tone is, to me, that's the best tone there is that type of dark, gallows humor type thing.
No, absolutely, really well said.
Yeah.
And last question in regards to Mermaid, it's interesting, right? A film like this does a really successful film festival run, and then people are going to be able to see it, more wide now, which is really exciting.
Right.
And I feel like that's kind of the journey of a film, right? Like you kind of just kind of go on for the ride. And I'm wondering if you think about, the different ways we watch things and like what people are watching. Like a film like this, like I said, it's got the comedy, but it's got like a lot of the elements that I feel like the horror thriller fans are really going to love. Like, are you starting to think about the different types of audiences that are going to be able to watch Mermaid, or do you try not to think about those things?
I'm gonna definitely think about it. I'm very excited that people get to see it at all. I'm excited and looking forward to it getting out there from word of mouth, because I can do 1,000 of these for 1,000 days and it wouldn't matter, because I know how I hear about stuff, and it's like my friends like, hey, did you see Ding Dong and the Witch? I'm like, what's that? It's like, oh, it's just crazy, I'm gonna go see it now.
Yeah.
Because that's how it works with movies, tends to be, because there's something about movies where it's like, I don't know, it's a personal thing to where.
Well, the film festival's the big one for that too, because this went to South by.
Yeah, last year at South by.
And that literally, like I've been to a lot of those festivals, that's literally word of mouth, because a lot of these films, right? Sometimes you have the films that come out a week before they go to the theaters, right? And everything. But like a lot of these films, you know nothing about them, right?
You know nothing at all, which is, I think that's great. I love not knowing anything. Mm-hmm. I like knowing just like, I heard this is cool. Or, you've seen this? No, what's that? It's cool. It's fun.
Yeah.
All it takes is just one word of recommendation. So I'm really excited about that happening now with this. And I really feel like this movie, of almost anything I've ever worked on, it's something where it's going to live in that. It's going to live by that. And it's going to, because I think people are really excited to see something that's original, and it's not like a big studio product, but it has the look and feel of a real movie.
Absolutely. And starting April 8th, Mermaid will be in select theaters, so they could check that out. Johnny, good to see you again, man. And congratulations
Likewise.
on the film and all your really cool things that you've been doing. And thank you so much for taking some time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for tuning in to Popternative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popternative on YouTube.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.